Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello Cancer. This is your weekly reading from the 29th of June 2020. I'm Lesley Ormsby and I'm a psychic medium, a healer, a teacher of spiritual and mystical things and so much more. So part of that so much more is that I do these weekly and monthly messages or forecasts, readings, whatever you like to call them. And so slight variation this month as things are shifting and changing. So I'm changing it up a little bit and not doing just the tarot. You'll probably find that there's more of a bringing in different things. There's more of a healing aspect to help support you through whatever it is, the shift or what you're processing at the moment. So, and the tarot are there as well to give a little bit more guidance, a little bit more clarification as to how you can maybe work around it or work with it, whatever is going on, so you get the best possible results for you as you're moving through whatever, the transition or the transformation in your lifetime, okay, or in your life. So anyway, I am going to be using the Crystal Spirits deck, because that's something that I didn't use the other week, and a lot of people have commented, some people have actually commented, and like that they missed them. Then I thought, well, this last, and I am actually feeling drawn to use them again this week. So so that's what we'll be doing. And I'll be also bringing in a Kuan Yin, a deck that I've just purchased yesterday. That was interesting because Kuan Yin has been around me, or Guan Yin has been around me for, on and off throughout the years. However, in various different situations in my life, but she's been around for the last couple of days. She's come forward, so and I just happened to go into a metaphysical shop that I work from each week, and was drawn to go and see what cards were there, and of course Guan Yin cards, a deck there was there on the shelf, and I was drawn to this deck here. Okay, so it's like what is it called? Wild Kuan Yin, and that's so by a lady called Fairchild. Anyway, so so we're pulling a card from her, and also my trusty training deck of tarot deck, which is really interesting, and I like that one. So anyway, so these reads, I just want to reiterate, which I haven't done yet. So I just want to, as always, remind everybody that these are general reads, so they may or may not resonate with you. If they do, wonderful. If they don't totally throw it out, because it could be something that's unfolding for you, and you may not know exactly what is coming, or could be coming. So it depends on the way you look at it, and some of you will understand it and you might be right in it, so it'll give you a little bit of clarification, and others will be, it'll be more confirmation about how you're feeling, doing, and what's going on with you as you're coming into it. So and it's really, like I say, the energy is kind of like shifting a little bit and how that happens. So these reads are suitable for whether you are a Cancer and you're watching, or you're connected in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. Even there's this, the story might fit for your Venus sign or love sign as well. So anyway, like I say, just take what resonates and what does not. So I also want to take this opportunity to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate your support. And doing that just helps me to grow my channel, so therefore I'm able to put out more free content as well. This and some other stuff that is planet spirit and conjuring up in the background for me to for me to put out there. So the other thing is also, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I just take this opportunity now to invite you to do that now. There's click the subscribe button underneath, now or at the end of the video. And also want to say a quick thank you to those of you who have come across my videos on Facebook, and you've either liked and or followed me on there, as well as subscribed on here. So I really appreciate your support. Once again, if you haven't, I invite you to do that now. Okay, so also if you wanted to book a reading or a healing session with me, to help you to shift through or guide you through shifting through some and processing and do some clearing and cleansing work, and also a little bit more, it could be like you're wanting a little bit more direction or guidance in some way or form. There's my contact details are in the description box below. Okay, and I forgot to mention too, if you don't know what your other signs are, there is a link in the description box below to a website that has a calculator. It's free, and that will work it out for you, okay? That way, if you feel like you want to check them out, if this one doesn't quite fit, and you can check what your other signs, so it may be something, give you a little bit more information, or like confirming what was coming on here was in something slightly different, so for you. Anyway, starting off with the crystal cards. The first card out. So I just want to say that too, I've shuffled all the decks really well before I do each read. So with this crystal deck, there are a lot of crystals in there that I have not come across ever before. So I have taken, I've taken the initiative, of course, to find out a little bit of information rather than read what was here from the in the deck, because I just feel more drawn to find some basic benefits and do a little bit of an all-rounder. If you're wanting to check out more, Google it and check it a bit more. And if you can't get a hold of them, or you don't want to buy anymore, that's fine. What I quite often do is, because you'll end up with a ton of linking, you could end up with a whole lot of crystals. Not that that's a bad thing. However, if you're not wanting to purchase anything, or it's you can't find it, check out, Google it. And then there are some really nice images on there that you can feel into, and that actually some of them just bombard you. Some of them, the energy you can feel from them, depending on how open you are to doing that. So to feeling into it. So, but that is another good way of doing it. And also you may already have some crystals that are of similar, because there's thousands of them out there that have the same sort of benefits and energies that can help you through whatever it is that you're moving through. However, it really goes down to what resonates with you. Okay, so just Googling it and tuning into the image could be enough for you anyway, or for you. So anyway, first one out the gate is Pink Sapphire. So Pink Sapphire, number 44. So there may be something about grounding, with you at the moment, and because it's 44, that's like double digits there. So there may be getting some firm grounding with you, Cancer, at the moment. Okay, that's something I've repeated it again myself, with that. So it's obviously something that maybe for not all of you, but some of you, that may be super important for me, or for you at the moment, or for me, because actually Cancer is in my Venus sign, so it's super important for me too. I'll sit back and have a little wee think about that after. So 44, grounding, Pink Sapphire. So Pink Sapphire, the benefits of the basic benefits, or overall overview of the benefits of Pink Sapphire are basically that it can help those of, if you're suffering from any sort of depression, anxiety, and or emotional blockages, it can benefit hugely from wearing the Pink Sapphire. With its calming energies, and it resonates well because it resonates well with the heart chakra, in helping and bringing in love, forgiveness, and acceptance. Acceptance basically. So yeah, wearing a piece of this, or in some way or form, or having it close to you where you can touch it, channel into it, or just even feel the energy from a really beautiful picture would be helpful with that. So four for me is about security, and foundation, and it's about creating one, and being in a firm one. So then basically, yourself that when we have security, when building the firm one, so then we have security, and you know yourself, when we are feeling a lot more secure, we're feeling like feeling like we're grounded, and we've got a base, there's a foundation there, or something, that sort of feeling. So, which draws me to the fourth chakra, the chakra on the base chakra. And and that's, the base chakra is all about foundation, to do with finances and stability, and foundation and stability with finances, and within the home or the family side of things. Okay, so there's the similarity there with the number 4. Okay, keyword: security, foundation, stability, and finances and family. So there may be something going on within the family dynamics, whether it is your own family, like the one that you've created or built, but also it could be something to do with like your family, like as in siblings, parents, and something like that for you. There may be some work that needs to be done on there, in there somewhere along the line, and because because there's that thinking that some of you, like with all this energy and the healing aspect, that you may be like connecting the dots to how you have built your foundation and where that has come from, like you've maybe noticing the patterns of where that has come from in your own life, from your own upbringing and your own, family life to the one that you've actually created for yourself. So there may be some some changes or some molding or some shifting in that sort of way with the way that you're seeing and feeling and understanding it now, realizing it. So I'm just saying, stay grounded with that, because it's like you never, we can't, there's a sense of forgiveness that's coming through with that. There's a sense of, and not being tough on yourself. It's but one thing to be tough on ourselves, but it's another thing to beat ourselves up to a pulp and to the point of depression and stuff like that. So it's taking notice of it, and it's making those changes and realizing that, back in the day, our parents or our families and, our forefathers and mothers, only did it the way that they thought they knew how to do it, and they thought it was the right way. Not an excuse, but an explanation, okay, in some ways on saying that, okay? So it's getting your head around that. So that's maybe what for some of you in this energy at the moment, it's more on the healing aspect of, in the past, the generational thing about families and what you're going to be doing and what you can be doing and building, creating the security and the foundation, the stability within your own life, and how you have done it, because you may be in a nice, secure, looking at it from the point of view how you've built an amazing, secure, stable foundation financially, as well as in your family dynamics as well. Okay, so there's a beautiful energy that's going through there. So Spirit just wanting to, share that with you, because some of you is maybe trying to figure out what the hell, and where that's going. So there's could be a lot of confirmation, but also healing energy that's coming through from this beautiful pink sapphire to heal your heart. But then when you're healing your heart, there's all aspects of us, become more enlightened and lighter, with our own understanding and how that works for us. Okay, so the next card out, excuse me, so there may be something with some of you that to do with communication, maybe clearly communicating with and about things to do with all of that we've just talked about, because it's just anyway, I think that's all right now. Cool. So the next card out is Moldavite, and interesting, I just bought me a piece of this yesterday as well. So Moldavite, it connects us to a higher frequency and higher consciousness, and can bring about profound experiences and spiritual growth. And Moldavite, it can also, so one can also feel its powerful frequency. Frequency, that's basically what it is. So it can help us move through, similar-ish to the pink sapphire, but also, but I feel like it's more on a deeper level with the Moldavite in the readings that I've done about it. So it's, it's a lot to do with the heart chakra. So this is why, like I was saying, not all of these will resonate with you. So they all have similar ways of working. So whatever is going on you. So this Moldavite may be more resonate with you more than pink sapphire, but they have similar attributes to them and similar benefits in the way that they get them. So Google it, see what more fits with you, what more works with you, and then just, like I say, find a picture if you don't have one. available or handy to you, and tune into that one, okay? Or just, feel into that one. So number 35 it's a number 35 in the deck. 3 is around balancing energy. So balancing, and 5 is about energy. So obviously there's something about balancing your energy levels around this family stuff, and not getting caught up in the bullshit basically, or the drama. So, and being mindful about what you're putting out there as well. So out there to the universe, just in general, if you're wanting to move it, because I'm feeling like foundation for some of you is, they're shifting that along a bit. So it's finding balance within that family dynamics, basically, and also in the financial way of things as well. Because I'm just feeling some of you that maybe like have overspent or been doing a little bit of impulsive spending, and maybe not, and so you may be like, not so much regretting it, but it's like, it's just made things, you maybe, oh dang, probably didn't really need that, but it's like too late now. So it's just like having that resilience to pick up yourself, move through it, cut through the bullshit, and not figure it out. And because there is a way, you'll figure it out. You will figure it out as you do. As we do. And what I'm hearing is like, it's not so much that you regret it. It's more like, okay, it's just mulling it through, but you'll make it through financially, whatever it is, or you may have overspent or impulsively bought things and or done things. Okay, so it's like, what are they, I heard it before and they're just kind of like repeating themselves again, reminding me over that. So there may be some, I feel like, so maybe some of you might be beating yourself up about it, so, and then like going over and repeating it. So stop torturing yourself, is what they say, because, and like moving the energy forward, okay, moving forward, because I notice my hands moving back. So moving forward as to how you're going to create how you're going to fix it, basically, or what you're going to do to make it right. And it's like, to make everything balance out, basically. So manifesting, putting out good energy. So, and good energy that's forth, of thinking of positively in the future about and visualizing this and this happening, or coming to fruition in a good way, like everything that, like, money is coming, or money is there, and it's coming to you, you're going to it, but it's out there, it's there. So you're walking, it's greeting you and you're greeting it. There's the balancing the energy with that. So as well as all sorts of other abundance, prosperity in every sorts of way, because you just don't know how things are going to pan out, with in the way of prosperity and abundance. So it's like keeping the mind open as to what and how that can pan out to you, how money comes to you, how food comes to you, how furniture comes to you, or how things come to you. You just don't know. Okay, so so Moldavite's there to help you to shift that, that funny little feeling that you've got in there, that you've backed yourself into a corner maybe, and that you will figure it out as you do, basically. It's just that you made it a little bit trickier, or a little bit more, slowed the process down in achieving some other things, basically. And it's like, okay, well, it's just going to have to wait now. Or there may be some sorts of changes that you, it's like now, it's like instead of being able to go straight ahead, you have to go like around something. So it's made it it's going to take a little bit longer. That's all. Okay. However, keeping an open mind, because you never know, it may be there sooner than you think. So anyway, then we have Obsidian, which is number 39. So balancing again, the energy, balancing, but there's something is coming to an end, okay? Something is coming to, there's a completion of a cycle in some way, and it may be what we're talking about right now, or what you're moving through right now, and it may be that you just can't see it at the moment. So black obsidian stone is a powerful crystal for protection, helping to clear the buildup of psychic smog within your aura by acting as a psychic vacuum cleaner. It protects and cleanses your aura of disharmony, negative attachments, old patterns, and negative emotions, helping to unearth anything standing in the way of your personal and spiritual growth. You can use this black obsidian properties for root chakra healing and grounding. So an affirmation that goes with this is, my aura is clean and clear. I am vibrating at my highest frequency. Okay, which is a nice little, you know, team up with these other ones here. Okay, like even with Moldavite and Sapphire. So you can make your own little affirmation up, you know, that, you know, basically Moldavite is vibrating at the high, it brings you to that highest consciousness of you and higher frequency as well. So that could be a similar sort of, you know, affirmation for you, as well as you, the pink sapphire. You know, I forgive myself and all those that are around me in all areas and all parts of me, you know, across all time, space and dimension, basically. And also that sense of, you know, and bringing in, you know, I stand in, I live in, I breathe, and I am in my highest consciousness of me. Cool. And I walk, I talk, I speak, all that sort of thing. Whatever it is, it's bringing something in like that for all of them in that way. So, like I say, you might not need all of them. It may be more resonated to just one, or maybe two, or even none. You may have something that's already there that can that you resonate more with, that you've got in your around you, that is you resonate with more, and maybe you put it down and you've not thought about it before, and so it's maybe time to get that one out. So anyway, now we're just going to draw a card from the Kuan Yin deck. So like I say, I'm going to have to read this one from the book, so I've only just got these cards yesterday, and I haven't had a chance to really sit down and super connect with them. However, the time that I have spent with them, is the energy is very beautiful. So and she's come in and blessed these cards for us, for me, and to work with them today. So oopsie daisy. Okay, so it's interesting, the same card came out twice, and like I shuffle the cards really well, and between each reading, and yeah, oops, oh, okay, there it is. Okay, let your world spin on its axis. Okay, and that's number 7. So number 7 basically is about, you know, creation and learning about yourself as being the creator. It's around money, finance, business, relationships, all sorts of things. You know, could be whether it's a love relationship, friend relationship, family relationship, I don't know, partner relationship, spousal relationship, it's all, anything like that. It's relationships in whatever way it is going on for you right now. So number 7, but basically it's about realizing, and you know, that you are the creator of whatever it is that you want in your life. So it comes to that manifestation, but it also comes back to what were we talking about before? Oh gosh, it's like the grounding side of things as well. So let your world spin on its axis. Okay, I'm just going to hold that up there. And just feel into that energy. There are times when change is needed in order for a dream to manifest. I answer your prayers with what is needed to bring them to fruition. Sometimes that means life will appear to be messy for a time, but know that this is nothing to fear. Though you may feel like your world has been ripped or tipped upside down, soon it will settle into a beautiful new order, all the better to support your divine destiny. Similar to what we were kind of talking about before. So, change will soon be upon you, and whatever appears to be one way will likely appear to be quite the other way. If you are struggling, let it go. Life is happening. Don't worry about how it will work out, and learn to find simple ways to be grounded whilst all is in disarray. Sometimes you'll feel as though you have been tipped upside down and pulled inside out, but there's a secret. If you don't try to control it, and you realize, you don't have to be afraid, you will actually come to enjoy it. You see, you are being offered a gift, not only of change in your life, but also of more aliveness. Will you embrace it? You'll be so glad that you did. The changes that are happening for you are actually part of how your prayers are being answered. Do not fight against the creation of your own dream. Let life move you, and even if it makes no sense, because you are disoriented by the disarray. In time, you will see how what seemed like a problem was actually part of the solution. So yeah, in a roundabout way, and many times in my own life, and you will probably, be able to recognize that yourself at some point in your life, that actually when we let go of the control, things actually turn out a little bit better than we anticipated it would turn out, and or as good, or it'd be just as good, or be as better than what you do, or as what you were thinking. And often in my experience, and those around me, like friends that I know, it's like when they have let go of control, something better turns up. So it's being open to allowing something just as good or something better to turn up than what you put out for. Okay, and it may be that and more. So that's where the feeling is, what they're trying to say, basically. Okay, Cancer. Oh my gosh, so we're just going to quickly draw a couple of cards out of the tarot deck. So the Two of Swords, tension and anxiety. So there may be something that's going on with you at the moment where you're of two minds about making a decision of which way to go and how to do it, blah, blah, blah. So it's like really, and like she's saying, like there's like, the messages that have come through is, sometimes we have to let go of the control and how it's going to turn out. So it may be that for some of you, is that there is no real decision to make. It's just like keep on doing what you're doing and see what unfolds. What's happening out on the wings there. And because sometimes like the best thing is to that's what we're letting go of, is just the control, and allowing things to pan out how it is, because it could be actually like it's just been mentioned, it could be something part of the healing in the process, or part of the unwinding of stuff, or what is being revealed to you to show up so you can make the decision rather than feeling like you need to make it like right now. Okay, because I feel like most of the time, or most of you, or some of you, actually, you kind of already know where you want to go, but you may be waiting for just that one more little clue, or so help you to cross the line, or make a choice to go this way or that way. And some of you, like I say, it's not even the choices, like do I buy into either one of those dramas, or do I just carry on and do what I'm doing? So, and if nothing's coming up, like Spirit is just encouraging you to just keep on doing what you're doing if you're in that position. Or if you're not really knowing, it's obviously, if you can't make a decision, you just like focus on what you're doing now and let everything unfold, or and beside you or in front of you, so it starts to begin to show you what it is that you need to see or do or know. Okay, so the Eight of Wands is here. It's action and excitement, because like once we let go, and that's once we let go, it's kind of, and we change our perception or our perspective about this control issue. It's like that's the excitement in watching it unfold. So there's a lot of fire energy in there that may be around you that's trying to help, that was maybe pushing you and poking you and guiding you and that way, and that may be challenging you to make the decision, or make a decision when you don't really need to. But it's like this here is the Eight of Wands, and see, like he's taking action. He's starting to put out what it is that he wants, basically by firing that arrow off. They're all there ready to go. So there's a lot of action happening. So it's like, I feel like some of you have already fired it all out, but it's maybe like some of you, the actual, thing, the indecision is like, which one do I start with and where do I go? But it's like, which one is showing up for you right now? Okay, and it may not be the one that you're thinking that you've got to tackle right now, but it could be whatever. It could be a problem, an issue, or not just a problem or an issue. It could be something else that's an opportunity in a sense that's come through, and you may be like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? So it's like, what is presenting to you? What are you more drawn to do now to sort out? And then just do one of them, pick something and see where that takes you, because you can make another decision from that. So action and excitement. So there's something like that is out there for you, that you've put out there for, and it's something is coming back, moving towards it. So, oh wow. Then we have the Death card. Okay, which is change and transformation is what death is about. So don't be freak the frack out. So there is definitely something that's happening around you, but I do feel like, and that's coming up where that transformation is going to be realized, that something is coming to an end in this tension and anxiety, because some of you, I feel like, are waiting for something to pan out, or to, you know, like to unravel or to unfold before you can make the next decision with the next phase of whatever it is that you're going to, that you've put out there, so you can choose where you're going. And others of you, it's like you're putting it out there, and it's like just like you're wanting to do this or going to do that. And some of you, I feel like you've fired out most of those. It's like, okay, and you've watched where it's landed, and that's what you're going to go for, okay? And others of you, maybe you have like 2 or 3 have landed, and now it's like, which one? Okay, so whatever one you're drawn to, that's which one. And then you like see what happens from there. Okay, so there's maybe a change in the way that you see that or do that for you, but I'm feeling like some of you, it's more, you know, there's a change within whatever's going on. There's other changes that are around you that are making you, or forcing you, challenging you to move in a certain direction, but you may have been holding off for a little while now, and it's like come to a head, okay, or coming to a head. So I just feel like there's one more card that's coming to come. The Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles. So she works hard with what she wants. She loves luxury. She's that love of luxury energy. She's, you know, she has that love of luxury. So she's going to work towards what she wants, and not just necessarily about materialistically, but she goes for it, and she gets what she wants because she works for it. She's willing to help people, but also help herself. And I'm feeling like this is more about helping yourself to achieve what it is that you want financially. Okay, sometimes some of that transformation is, you know, we've got to let go of people. That could be what it is. It could be letting go of old ways of thinking, old ways of being. Not that you know, it just doesn't serve you anymore. It's like, so they're showing me like talking about procrastination. And so there may be a breakthrough in that. But this is your goal. If that's your goal, you know, is to be sitting in that secure place with that number, where we going with number 4 that's come up. Foundation, building your foundation, your security and stability. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there. So lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement, and adventure. So there seems to be a lot of work going on in the background, but a lot of work going on with you in the foreground. Anyway, bye for now. Lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy from us, and we shall see you next Tuesday.